heading into the Forest City Colliery number 2 up here in Van Lake. We're on the path in the woods now, heading towards those ruins on the old railroad bed. Nice easy walking on the old railroad bed. This way also takes you there, but it's kind of wet to go through, so we're going to take the road to the right and get to it this way. A frozen pond off to the right on the way in. It's very swampy back here, more water to the left. A little wet on the trail here. The road splits here. We're going down to the left. That's the railroad bed we started on. We're back on it again now. We just avoided that watery section. All the column here from that Forest City Colliery. Pretty big pile. Somewhere in these woods was a mine opening, all closed in now. Was an engine house in this area. Not sure if this concrete is part of it, but it's definitely concrete foundation there. The mine will be back that way somewhere. Here's the railroad that came from the colliery and went all the way down this here way. That went up to the Forest City breaker. Going in the direction of another mine, another slope somewhere in this area. Probably long closed up. You can't cross here, it's all water. So we're going to turn around and go back up and walk down the railroad bed. Headed up the railroad bed now. Lots of column from that colliery. Millions of tons, a really big mountain there. Not much down this here way, so we're going to turn around and go back up towards the other mining buildings, the opposite direction where we're at now. We'll be heading back up that way. Headed back the way we came in. We're going to go up to those old mining buildings. Somebody hung a 5-gallon pail on a tree back there. Another part of a concrete foundation from the mining works. A jumble of concrete foundation parts here in the woods. No doubt mine related. Possibly foundation of an engine house. Another foundation in the back. Looking inside that foundation now. Steps to the building. Still here. Some pylons here in the ground made out of concrete that held something up. Foundation here, possibly from shops or a shed for fixing the cars.
Oh, I see pits.
Trees growing in the middle. Yeah, there's pits in the middle there. Yeah, they probably worked on the cars here. There's the foundation wall going down that way. It was way in the back there. Might have been a huge building here at one time. Another part of the wall, and another one right there too. Almost looks like an animal was laying down in there, all panked down. Trees growing inside the foundations and everything. You can tell they're very old. Metal angle iron here. And more foundations way in the back. Another big foundation, what's left of it.
I endeavored to get back there in front.
Looking down into another foundation, which is fairly deep. Very extensive buildings made out of concrete and some brick in the foundation too.
Oh, look at this.
They go every which way, these foundations. Looking inside this old foundation from a different vantage point. And it goes down there a little ways. There's some steel I-beams in there, in that corner. Walking amongst all these small pieces of foundation, we come up to a bigger wall, almost like the walls of Troy. Inside that big foundation now. Windows, openings on this side, and the other side is all solid. Looking back the way I came in, kind of tapered window openings on the bottom. Concrete and brick. Tree fell on the foundation. All solid on this side, and the other side has the windows. Looking out one of the windows towards another foundation. Looking at the outside of that solid wall, we have a lot of vines growing out in this spot. And right here in the middle it's missing. And then you can see the break in the rock there continues all the way down this side. The vertical shaft was somewhere in this area 196 feet down in 1880.
1886.
1886. It's obviously filled in a long time now. In the 50s. It was 190 feet deep. Somewhere in this area. Looking back in towards those foundations. We just walked out through the woods. We're out here now in a field right next to it. Possibly the vertical shaft to fill when they filled it in back in the 50s. More concrete remnants. Foundation from the old washery, and there's the steps going in. We're going to walk up, get a little closer view. Long rectangular shaped building. All that's left is the foundation. All made out of concrete. These concrete pylons, they're lined right up. There's the second one, third one down there, heading back towards that all those foundations. What's left of the fan house, just a foundation, and that hill in the back is where the air shaft was. It's all filled. Where they ventilated the mines. Another foundation right behind the fan house, not sure what it is. Another foundation, unknown what it was for. All that's left of it, whatever it was for. Looking inside that foundation now. It's a deeper hole on that side. Big cans down there in that opening. Underneath this slab concrete that fell in. They're going to walk up this mountain, the column bank, and see if there's anything worth seeing up there. Headed up this hill to follow them and see what else is up here, what kind of view. No snow on this road up here, top of the column pile. They went up this here way to the right, and they said it's a pretty good view of the town. There's a drop off on the right hand side. And looking down to the left at the other drop off. Looking up at Browndale. Looking over at Forest City. On the way out now from our little trek. On the way out to the Jeep. Back out at the gate. Coming up to the second gate.